Right, I'm getting ready to call it a night, and I give God thanks for my blessings, for the people who have been generous with their money and their time. It's very sad when you're living all alone, and it can get very depressing. So thankfully I have my eyesight, I can read, I can write, I can put social media posts up and be a blessing to others. But what's happening to our world, especially in these Western countries, it's a chastisement. It's very sad because people like me, people who are honest, people who are diligent, people who are capable, we're not getting work. I've been at home since COVID hit, just imagine. So when did COVID hit? COVID was 2019. It ended in 2021. We stayed at home. Now it's 2025. We're going into 2026. I have no income at all this year. Last year, my income was 15,000 because I only worked half the year. And on that, people expect me to be able to organize events, bring people like John Maxwell here, be able to pay my rent, my food, be able to make something of my life. And it's sad. I feel that God brought me to Canada as a punishment. That's what I feel. Because if I was at home in Zimbabwe, somebody would have found a job for me. Whether it was in Harare or Bulawayo or Kwekwe, I would have had some kind of work. Whereas here, I'm just sitting at home. And the people in the church are angry about it in my parish, Blessed Sacrament, because they know that I've been looking, they know that I've been applying, they know that I've sent my resume out within the banking community, healthcare, the parishes. I've applied to lots of jobs with the Archdiocese of Toronto. I've applied to jobs with the sisters. And this is not only here, this is in different parts of the world. I've applied to Catholic universities and nothing is opening up. So, they tell you, yeah, when you get a job, stick with it, don't leave that job. I've never left any of my jobs. I never left any of them. Even when TD laid me off, it wasn't a voluntary thing. I didn't choose to leave. They eliminated my position. So it's very, very sad because when you come to a country, you don't come here to sit at home, to do nothing, to have 3 to 6 months work, then spend another 2 years looking for work. And that's what's been happening to me since 2007. And when I tried to start up my own business, I have my own ministry, they don't want to give me the loans. They don't want to give me the support. So what am I supposed to do? I mean, it's come to a point where I don't even socialize. I don't even go out anymore. Before I used to go. When I used to go to plays, I used to go on my own. And that's what I liked about England. I did so much traveling on my own. I did so much. I did day trips. I used to go to the art gallery. I used to go to the aquarium. The aquarium was free that time. I don't know about now. But I went to the London Aquarium. I went to the Tate Modern Gallery. I went to the main gallery, the London Art Gallery. I used to enjoy myself. I used to go help at the retreat centers because the retreat centers were close to home. I could walk. It was literally up the road. I just had to walk like 5 minutes and I was at the retreat center. Because when my friend Jackie, when she was helping the nuns there, I used to go visit her. And I said to her, oh, I like this area, Pinner. So she said to you, maybe look, sometimes they advertise, the landlords advertise in the shop windows, the newspaper, like they have these little mom and pop stores. And that's where I found my room. My landlord had put a little advert saying, I'm looking for someone to rent a room. And everything will be provided, the bedding, the towels, everything. You just need to move in. And that's how I found that place. And over here, it's like an ongoing battle to get any work today. It's really sad. It's very depressing. And they say don't lose hope, because we have to put our hope in God. But I just hope that the companies in Zimbabwe, the ones that are coming up, and all this David Whitehead and all of them, I hope the people there think of me. The Naran family, the Harry family, all the families in Bulawayo. I hope they think of me, because my life is not getting any better here. And it's really not. Whenever I have a little bit of money, I replace my things now. Because when I was at Rosewell Gardens, when the guys moved me, they were shocked. They said, your sheets are threadbare. They're like, don't you have anybody here? I said, no, I don't. They're like, yeah, but you did everything yourself. You packed everything yourself and everything. I said, yeah. So now I try to replace my sheets, my towels, and all of that once a year, because they don't last. If you're buying good quality, those ones, they cost an arm and a leg. So, I try to replace my sheets, my towels. I try to make sure that I'm taking care of my place. But it's very, very difficult. It's very difficult. So I really hope, if things are changing in Zimbabwe, I'm willing to come back. I've always said that. I can take a contract. I can take a 1 year, 2 year contract, and I can come back. Why not? People do it all the time. It's not like I'm doing anything here. Other people are benefiting from my work, from my life, from everything I'm doing. That's all well and good. But how am I supposed to survive? How am I supposed to get any income coming in? It's very, very sad, because I'm not joking. I don't know whether you guys get our news there in Zimbabwe and South Africa, but there's 10 cities springing up. And this it's like a cycle. There's 10 cities coming up. At one stage, because it was winter, the government had to literally take over hotels and put people into hotels. That's how bad it got. So it's very, very hard. And I mean, even if you're starting a business, you have to have people that are interested in it. You have to have, like, even if you're doing retreats and all that, you have to have people who are willing to pay for them. It's not going to be for free. So, I don't know. They say, oh, we need executive assistants, we need administrators, we don't have enough people to work. So then how come so many of us are out of work? How come so many people are foreclosing on their mortgages, and there's condominium buildings that are coming up, they can't sell them? If it's booming, how come that's the case? It's really not the way people think it is here. It's not. It's very, very sad. And I say it's a punishment. For me, coming to Canada was a punishment. Because after those first 4 years at TD, I never got any work. I got 3 to 6 months of work, and then I was sitting at home. I tried to upgrade my skills. I tried to take on different skill sets. That's why I took my aromatherapy. Even that, people want it free. As soon as you stop offering the free trial period, they don't come back. So, I mean, nobody can survive like that. It's impossible. Then I thought, okay, let me apply to jobs in Singapore, Hong Kong, Dubai. Nothing. So I really don't know. That's why I'm saying, if I get something in Zimbabwe, even if I get like a 1 year contract, 2 year contract, it will be better for me to go. I can put my stuff into storage and I can go. And I can come work there for a year or go somewhere else. Because it's a punishment. When you work hard and you're educated and you are helping people, it's a punishment not to have your own job and your own income coming in. And even people that are born here, they go through the same thing. When you come to Canada, they tell you, oh no, we need people with skills. We want skilled workers, we want graduates. And then when you come here, there's no work. There's no work. They used to tell me, you don't have Canadian experience. I said, what Canadian experience do you want? I couldn't even get a job packing boxes. I used to go to the employment centers every day, sit there, change my resume, do it this way, do it that way. I used to go to networking events. I used to go line up. They have all these job fairs downtown. I used to go line up in those job fairs. That's how I got my job at Teleperformance. I went to the job fair and I lined up with all the 20-year-olds, and that's how I got my job. So now I see everything is online, the networking events, the job fairs, like to network with other professionals. Everything is being done through Eventbrite. So I'm also trying those avenues. But please, if anybody's got any work, any paid employment, let me know and contact me. Even now there's all these faith-based lenders and all that. I'm willing to do it because it's better to take a loan and then try to do something rather than sit at home. I applied to retail jobs. I applied to so many different types of jobs. Nothing. So, I don't know. This was not supposed to turn out this way. Going bankrupt, not having money, not being able to do anything. So, it's very, very sad, because when you're able to work and you have good skills, you're able to tutor others, you're able to mentor others, you should be getting something. But nothing. Nothing. Even I applied to all these colleges. You've got all these community colleges. I applied to all of them. I applied to U of T to do writing, like tutoring the students. Nothing. So I don't know what else to do. It's like an ongoing nightmare. I'm not happy because when you come to a country, you want to work. You don't want to sit at home and sit at home and sit at home. Even with my music, you want to be, at least I sing with the congregation in the church. But even with my music, I should have brought those books from Auntie Carmen. She wanted to give them to me. And I told her my suitcase is full. I don't know what else to do. That's what I'm saying. So if the jobs are growing in Africa, I might as well go back. Or I'm going to sit here and do what? Other people got their own lives. They got their own things that they're doing. They're not interested in what's happening to my life. So, and I'm too young to retire. Even if I wanted to retire, I couldn't retire. I'm too young. So, I don't know. I don't know what the government expects us to do. They're enjoying their lives. They're traveling, going to America. They're going out, enjoying their lives. But for us, for the day-to-day ordinary person, restaurants are closing, Starbucks are closing, retailers are closing. So, I don't know. I even put up notices here in my condo to offer to tutor students. I didn't get any takers. So I don't know. Even if there's jobs in England, I'm willing to relocate. I'm willing to go if there's jobs in teaching, if there's opportunities with near any of my friends. I'm willing to go. Because this, for me, this is a punishment. You keep getting laid off and you haven't done anything wrong. And then they're telling you, oh, you didn't pass the test. I mean, really? I'm a master's degree student and I didn't pass your test. They're even bringing in, it's so biased, they're bringing in AI so that they can normalize the Indian accent. It's discrimination that for Teleperformance to do that. Because if they don't want people who are Indian, then they should just hire people in America, isn't it? If they don't want people who have accents like mine that are British, they should just hire people in their own countries. That will solve their problem. But it's cheaper for them to outsource that work, to take it to South Africa or take it here, bring it here, take it to India, and then the customers are complaining that, oh, we don't want somebody with an accent. They want to speak to an American. So it's discrimination to do that. And America is a melting pot. America is made up of immigrants. So they shouldn't even be doing that. They shouldn't be doing what they're doing to us on those calls. So, I don't know. I don't know what kind of jobs are going to come up, but I even applied to those jobs where you can write, like you can put in, because everything's on chat GPT. I applied for those jobs where you can be the person on the back end, so you type the responses that even the computer pulls them up automatically and they send them out to people with data annotation. I applied for those jobs. I applied for jobs with Tubi. You know, there are even jobs where you get paid for watching movies. I applied to those jobs with Netflix. I applied to Amazon. I applied to so many different places. Nothing. So, for me, this is a punishment. To become a spiritual director and then be sitting at home and you don't get a penny coming in. It's a punishment. It's very, very sad. So that's why I'm willing to go back. If I get a 1-year contract, 2-year contract in Zimbabwe or somewhere else, I can go. I don't have any problems with going. Even Hong Kong I can go, or Singapore, with the banks. I can go. I don't mind. I don't mind going. I live by myself in England. I wasn't living anywhere near any of our family friends. I wasn't living near Bafna Taylor or my cousin Sharon or my cousin Maggie. I live far away from them on my own. So I don't have a problem with going back to England and doing that. I just think it's a punishment. I think it's greed and a punishment. That's what I think. Because it's very, very sad. It's very, very sad. For me, it's very sad. I was not brought up to sit at home and do nothing. And that's why I'm putting out all these videos showing people how I can cook, reading the scriptures. Do you know in America they pay people to do that? They pay people to sing at the church, to read the scriptures, to do all the things I'm doing in the church. They pay them. So I really don't know what else to do. That's what I can tell you. I have no idea what else to do. I've tried everything. And this has been going on since the day I landed in Canada. Since the day I landed. It's very, very tough.